Biddy's down. Looks like I'm fasting tonight until the biddy bounce like the passion of Christ. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest technical analysis as we do each and every day. We'll also be discussing the latest from the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, as well as the M2 money supply could trigger a parabolic Bitcoin rally, as well as U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs see the largest ever daily outflow of 938 million as the institutional manipulation continues. We'll also be discussing Bybit hacker launders 335 million as funds continue on the move regarding the 1.4 billion recent hack. Also breaking news, GameStop buying Bitcoin would bake the noodles of TradFi, according to the Swan executive. We'll also be discussing a very bullish price prediction of Bitcoin doing another 100x from here, according to the Bitcoin OG Tour Demeester. We'll also be discussing a throwback prediction from 16 years ago, back when Bitcoin was trading at virtually zero. This man made a 10 million price prediction. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market, all this plus so much motherfucking more right here in today's show. Welcome everyone to the live stream. What it do, make some noise. I am live right now on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Pretty little bitty, great BTFD opportunity. This is a $25,000 dip from the all-time high. I repeat, load up your trucks, load up your bags, and take advantage of this. $83,000 Bitcoin as the correction continues. Yesterday, I shared Arthur Hayes' prediction that we can go down to 70,000. He was calling 80,000 for the previous weeks we've been covering on the show. And lo and behold, we're not too far from there. There are some CME future gaps in that range as well. So it looks like that's where we're headed. Shout out Shortcoin, shout out Lizard Folk. What it do? What a username. James Elsey, the rest of the fam. Welcome everyone, join us. Brian Reed. I'm going to go ahead and check the X feed. I am streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube, and I will be streaming over the course of the next couple of hours. We're going to be discussing everything you need to know in the markets right now. How low will the pre-low biddy likely go? Stay tuned. You're going to notice the stream pinned at the very top of the profile. All I got to do is hit that sexy heart, then hit the 2 arrows for the repost. All comments and quotes of the live stream will get reposted in real time. Also shout you guys out. Shout out Sweet Biddy McGee. What I do? I had 200 BTC, but now I got 400. Yay. MSTR is cheap right now. Markets are correcting. I had a premonition. What does that say? 800 million or 800 billion? With the big B. I think that's 800 billion. Send it, facts. I'm all for that. Ahoy, JV. Shout out Greg. What to do? Pirate Crew. And thank you guys in advance. I'm checking the X feed right now. Brian, appreciate it. Trevor Fay joined the best Bitcoin channel on the web right now. Thank you, brother. Shout out Bitalica. Come join the fam. Just hit you both with reposts. Shout out Martin. Shout out Steven, the Crypto Surge, Crypto News Alerts live. I hit you with the reposts. Thank you guys. Much appreciated. Brian says the dip is so good. More for me and you. Well said, brother. Well said. And Shortcoin, good to see you. Always a pleasure. James Moliette and the rest of the fam. Keep the comments flowing. F y'all says, first we need to get back to 90 before we get to the 10 mil. Well, obviously, Captain Obvious. Hello, fam. What it do? Shout out Surge on the final descent to Detroit. Enjoy your trip there. Safe travels. Extra mortgage on the house coming very soon to buy more of the biddy. I mean, at this price, you sell a kidney. God blessed us with 2 of them. You know what I mean? Unvaxxed sperm, I hear it's 30,000 a load or something like that. I wouldn't know from firsthand experience or anything like that. But if you're unvaxxed, you can probably sell some eggs or some sperms and make the big bucks and buy some of the biddy. Especially these prices. It's like a 2-for-1 sale. Not really, but kind of feels that way with a discount. Laser, breaking news. U.S. Marshals placed the biggest order on Lamborghini's history. Interesting. This is the first time Bitcoin has been in the 80s. We totally skipped this. Exactly. It's destiny. Hey, JV, I am at home. I'm watching the greatest show on the tube. Love you, brother. Right back at you, and I appreciate you. Of course, Facts holding it down. Much love and much respect. The devil's rug. You nailed it. And thank you, James, for the repost. Just hit you with the repost. Enjoy the theme music.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating it. is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Awesome. Just got everyone reposted. And another reminder really quick, I do have a secondary X account now. It's BTC News Alerts. This is what it looked like. Only 187 followers because it was just created recently, but it allows me to ultimately repost all of your guys' comments and quotes of the live stream so it can get reposted multiple more times and we can hack the algorithm and have thousands of people on the stream. Of course, with your support, it all starts with you guys. So thank you guys in advance. And just note, if you see that profile, it really is me. And of course, this is the main profile we're streaming from right now, which has the 39,200 followers. And we're also obviously not just live on X. This is a try stream. So we are live on YouTube, Rumble, and X. And I will be live for the next couple of hours. Good to have you guys here with us. I like the Bitcoin only channel. Right on. Shout out Bitcoin only, Matt. Flash sale on the Biddy. So for what I expect, kept going an eye on that. They'd buy before the 25% tariffs. Yeah, and most likely big manipulation happening right now. We're going to touch upon all this. Amazing time to buy the Biddy, Brian Reed. In fact, let's strike the gong specifically for the great BTFD opportunity. Stack the sats, broskies. Let's go. And welcome everyone joining us. I guess let's just dive right in. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes. Go ahead, subscribe, then hit that bell icon, ring it to turn on all notifications, and you'll receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, 7 days a week, just like this. Today is pod episode 1917. I'm your host, JV. I almost said JB. Ironic. But anyways, today is February 26, 2025. Markets pretty wrecked overall. Big correction this week, obviously, preaching to the choir. But as you can see on your screen, Bitcoin's currently in the $83,000 range, fast approaching 80,000, potentially can slip all the way to 70. You guys let me know where you feel the bottom will be as we continue, and I'll dive into a little TA here shortly, so stay tuned. Looking at the market right now, as you can see, Bitcoin's corrected another 4.5% on the day. Ether's down 6.5%. Most all the major cryptos minus Litecoin. Yeah, I mean, not doing so well today. And zooming out and checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at 2.76 trillion. The Bitcoin market cap all the way down to 1.65 trillion. Dominance, we'll get to in a second. Volume is 137 billion for the past 24 hours. Dominance is at 60.2%. Ether holding on to 10% dead even. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got Kato up 41%, Story up 13%, and Berachain up 12%. But the majority of the market is on Wreck City, and we'll get to that here shortly. As you can see here on the crypto bubble, safe to say 80-20, red over green on the day. And zooming out on the monthly. And as you can see, Wreck City for real, maybe 90 to 95% of the market. Many of these major alts, including Trump coin, down over 50%. So be careful with the shit coinery. And checking out the crypto greed index, we're even lower today. I like to share this metric because the lower this gets in extreme fear, the more likely of a big pump, and vice versa. When these numbers get very high, we're more likely of a dump. But right now they're very low, the lowest we have seen it. Still some room to go lower though. Currently in extreme fear. Last week was 44 and last month is 71 in greed. And checking out the Zion Chain calendar, we have 164,574 blocks until the next halving of 2028. We're currently on block number 885,426, but who's counting? And you can currently exchange one fiat monopoly dollar for almost 1,200 sats today. So a great BTFD opportunity, 1,197 per dollar to be exact. So pick up the sats, put down the gats, and pick up some Bitcoin caps from my man Sergio over at bitcoincaps.net. And pick yourself up one of the greats. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin. I bought a Bitcoin on sale. I love to hear that. I am shocked Litecoin is holding up so well, says DJ Mines. Give it a few years to get the trade war done. Break 100 again in 2028. Come on now, MJ. Still won't buy until the market cap is much lower. Right on. I feel the bottom will be 79.8. This is the 50 Fibonacci level from the breakout of October's channel to this year's high. Well, you are the lizard, folks, so you probably know a thing about a thing or two. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. And your guys' predictions is always welcome. I love to hear your thoughts, your theories and all that fun stuff. So let me know and I'll read it out loud before we dive into our live Q&A. The P Network, or is it the Pi Network? It's a pumpin', says Chris. Are all the alts wrecked? Not all, but as I mentioned today, 80% on the day for the month. And this is, I'm just speaking top 100 because there's millions of coins. So who really knows? But obviously I shared it with you. It wasn't looking good. And 95% of the market wrecked City for the past 30 days, including big guys like the Trumpster coin down 50% in the dumpster today. I think yesterday it was $13. I bet you today, if we look it up, it's probably $10 or $11. And some would say it's going to go to zero. So again, be careful with that shitcoinery. At this rate, I'll be buying all the losers' coins next week at the bottom. And we'll see if they get resurrected like Lazarus. From the dead, that is. What alts? Exactly. Do alts even exist? Is there even a second best? Let's see what Michael Saylor says.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset,
it's going up forever, JV. And shout out Shelton. He got the jokes. Join JB. I guess I'm JB now. And the CNA crew for the best crypto news. Just hit you with a repost, brother. Appreciate the sense of humor. Shout out Roxana. I appreciate the support. Of course, East Afro King, the one and only Afro King from the East. Best part of the day with the fam. Come check it out. Just hit you with reposts. James Molliet, I got you hooked up. It looks like we got everyone reposted. And give me a little bit. We'll repost you guys from the secondary account, BTC News Alerts, in a bit. Who's what's this month end? Bitcoin is like a game of chess. All the pawns are getting taken out before the castles step in. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin. Once MicroStrategy goes below 1, then MNAV, then I would say we hit the bottom. February sucked. I hope March is better. Last year at this time, we were in the 60s. Late, but I am here. Shout out Laserface. Looks like it's going down forever at the moment. KRS-One sounds so good in my car. Love it, brother. Rob says, so I am on board, Biddy, and it will be nice to see, 1 to 10 mil, but I think Jesus will be back before I can use my gains. The rapture will secure the souls of the Christians, thus millions of lost coins. Well, I appreciate you joining us here today, Rob. Can it be March already? I know, right? I think there's only a couple days left here in this February. So the price is moving hundreds of dollars like it used to move pennies. I know, it's wild. 5% dip is literally 5,000 when we're talking 100,000, Bitcoin price. It's wild. Shout out Sergio. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the support and for the reposts. You guys keep the comments flowing. We're going to dive right into today's technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. So let's break down the latest. Also be pulling up the live charts, which I love to do. Bitcoin price top is not in as the Wyckoff model hints at 100,000 for the retest. Well, I guess we got to get back out of the 80s, obviously. But Bitcoin has dropped by as much as 21% over a month after establishing the record high of 109.3, which, ironic enough, was Inauguration Day. That was the morning Trump got sworn in. Still, some analysts remain optimistic, anticipating a continuation of the bullish trend in 2025. They say the trend is your friend. The Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern is a technical setup that is comprised of consolidation and accumulation periods following a strong uptrend. And speaking of periods, exactly what we're witnessing with all the red in the market. This pattern typically plays out in 9 key phases. Preliminary supply, buying the climax, the automatic reaction, the secondary test, the spring, the test, the laser point of the support in the final phase, and then leading to the sign of the strength. And as of the 26th, today, Bitcoin has entered the test phase of the Wyckoff pattern. According to independent analysts, Super Bro, I don't know of any relation to the Super Smash Bros, Mario and Luigi, but I digress. In this phase, Bitcoin's retesting the spring phase low of 85,950, which we're currently below. We're currently in the 83, 84 range and dropping. It's wild. As support aiming to confirm a bullish continuation towards its new last point of support near 96,780, already lost, unfortunately. The Wyckoff reaccumulation framework expects a new uptrend cycle to begin once Bitcoin enters the final stage, which is the sign of strength. That's what we're waiting on. It would require a successful retest of the partner's peak near 106.7, the pattern, my bad, including a decisive breakout above the 100,000 threshold. All eyes on six figures. And again, we're like 25,000 away from the all-time high right now, so it's a great BTFD opportunity. Shout out Trevor Faye. I appreciate you joining the Huddle Gang and supporting the show in that way. Huddle gang, huddle gang, huddle gang. A similar pattern in August of 2024 resulted in a price boom from 53 to 74. And interestingly, this analyst VJ recalled the same period in 2024 wherein Bitcoin consolidated inside 50 to 70 price range for 8 months, only to break upwards in November when Trump won the U.S. presidential election, which really kicked off that second leg of the bull run. Bitcoin weekly charts indicate more price declines in the coming weeks, but instead of speaking about it, let's just pull up some of the charts. But first, I want to share a prediction from the high priest of Bitcoin, the one and only bishop of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser. The MAGA agenda means efficiency and accountability to an economy and stock market that has known neither for 45 years. I'd expect a 66% pullback in the S&P 500 if Trump and Musk go full metal jacket on fraud, waste, and abuse. So my question for y'all, do you think we will likely see a 66% pullback in the S&P? And what do you think the carnage will reflect in Bitcoin if we do get the 66% pullback in the stocks? Holla and let me know. And we'll pull up the live charts here in a second. And again, welcome everyone just joining us. Every time I tell my wife the Bitcoin is going to rocket, it goes down. It's best to just not say anything to the wife then, you know. If she's going to hold it against you, of course. We're repeating 2017 to the T. Good day, JV. Well, I remember in 2017, I first discovered Bitcoin. It was less than 2,000 a coin. It was like 1,500 the month I discovered it. And I think earlier in the year, it may have been sub 1,000, but I missed that. But nonetheless, if we repeat 2017, we get a 20x gain this year, because 2017 was the year preceding the halving of 2016. And this time we just had the halving in April of last year, 2024. There's the year preceding the halving. So if history is to rhyme and it repeats from that cycle, good Lord, 20x from here, baby. We're talking roughly a 2 million Bitcoin from around the 100,000 mark, of course, just to round the numbers and make it easy peasy. JV, preach the holy gospel of the nippy, the nippinator and the gator. You got it. You said was probably funding the ish coins, maybe those meme coin launches. Who really knows? But who knows exactly? But let's pull up some of the live charts, a little live chart action, Jackson. We are recovering from that bottom, as you can see, but it is a 1 minute chart, so it don't mean much. But we are green at this very moment on the minute chart. But like I said, we got to zoom out and get a better perspective. Let's check out the 1 hour, and we'll keep working our way backwards. 1 hour chart looks like Bitcoin fell off a cliff. Good Lord. Just crashing all morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 virtually consecutive red hourly closes, which is not good, with one itty bitty green in between. So the cascading losses continue as we continue to bottom. And zooming out from there, we check out the 4 hour. Not looking good. Typically, it's my favorite chart to look at, but obviously the past 12 hours have been pretty horrific. And zooming out from the 4 hour. But here's the silver lining, broskies. One Bitcoin is still one Bitcoin. So if you're a Bitcoiner, there's really nothing to worry about. If you got caught leverage trading or doing something high risk, such as the altcoins, then you're probably like, kicking yourself in the butt right now, because most likely you got wrecked. And that's why you got to be very careful with the shitcoinery. You've been warned. But on the daily chart, 3 days of obviously big red closes, which is not good, taking us further and further down. We're currently 82.6 and we're dropping pretty fast. I have a strong feeling we're going to retest 80 as support here, probably during today's show. And let's see if it holds or if we continue to crash more. Like I said, Arthur Hayes was calling for 70,000 as a bottom. There are some CME future gaps between 70 and 80. So we'll see how this plays out. And zooming out, from the 1 day, take a quick look at the weekly. Obviously, big red candle forming here. But we still have the 124,000 target on your screen, which I feel can still happen quite fast if the market were to turn around, retest 100,000 and break through. I think once we could test the current all-time high of 109.3 and re-enter price discovery, I think that's the most likely scenario, heading to the 120 to 130 range. But I know that seems like miles away at the current moment, considering we're only at 83. I mean, it's quite a distance, but nonetheless, checking out the monthly, we do get a new monthly candle close. Clearly, it's going to be red unless a miracle happens between now and Friday. And I believe Friday is the last day of the month. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is February, the greatest month of the year and the shortest at the same time, but I'm a little biased. Clearly, it's my birthday month. But nonetheless, let me know where you feel Preload Biddy likely going next, and I'll read your comments out loud. And again, welcome everyone to the live stream. What it do? DCA Day, precisely, Abel Gonzalez. Well said, brother. That's why beware the triple L leverage, the liquor and the ladies, the 3 L's. Exactly. And they'll lead to a real L. And we know what the big L is. That's being a loser. So yeah, be careful of the leverage, liquor, and ladies, especially mixing up the leverage and the liquor with the ladies. If you just focus on the ladies and you treat the ladies like, disconnect from the liquor and the leverage, you'll probably have a great time with the ladies. And the ladies will probably have a great time too. Thought it was Friday. It kind of feels like a Friday today, doesn't it? Bitcoin daily RSI is way oversold, but the Bitcoin weekly looks miserable with more downside potential. It could just double whenever this bottom lands. I mean, we can double like that. God candle is only 10,000. We've seen them before. We've had $30,000 monthly accumulation like November, the biggest green candle we've ever had. So we know how fast Preload Biddy can rip when it decides to do so. The $1 million question becomes when, JV? And sometimes we got to just wait for the next Nibinator indicator, the only Bitcoin indicator with 100% accuracy. 150,000 by the summer, JV. I don't leverage anything, my man. Don't smoke the crack before buying the alts. And probably not good luck. You're right. Too many of the shitcoiners are doing that, and it's very easy to tell which ones are on drugs. Unfortunately, sad to say that, but it's just the reality we live in. And again, welcome everyone to the live stream. 800 people here. Smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you're watching on X, I encourage you to visit the YouTube channel specifically so you could interact in the chat, as this is a live and interactive stream, first and foremost. So go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to check the X feed again. I'm going to repost everyone, and we'll continue with the headlines, the news, and all the goodies, everything you need to know in the markets. Let's go.
Vibing in the tropics, the air's so sweet. Swaying to the rhythm with the Bitcoin beat. JV's on the court, he's calling the plays. Me and Serge ballin', winning all day. Starlit sky, strawberry moon, dancing to the whispers of a bitty tune. Thirsty under a Puerto Rican hunger moon.
Libra scales tip to Aquarius charm. It's Bitcoin astrology, we're disarmed. Manifesting lasting connections on this golden shore, this legendary perfection. So good, we're craving more.
And shout out for the repost. I just hit everyone up from my secondary account, BTC News Alerts. Shout out Sergio. Appreciate you, brother. He's where we get our custom caps from, of course. You can check out his website, bitcoincaps.net. Cop yourself one of the custom Bukele caps that he has designed. Bub, appreciate it, man. 100x. Let's freaking go. 10 million per biddy. Music to my ears. Thanks again, Shelton, East Afro King, and the rest of the fam. Keep the comments flowing. Is Bitcoin a good stock, right? 83, 420. I'll smoke to that. In fact, in the Buds channel over on the Discord, I posted a couple of the strains I picked up today, which they said is the top award-winning strains here in Puerto Rico, like the premium ones. Let me know what you think there. Obviously, asking the expert, bring facts, but that's the best bud you're going to buy in Puerto Rico. The THC level is like 38% on the strand I shared in the group. If anyone wants to check it out, we do have a Discord, like 20 channels, from everything from general chat to memes, you name it. And we also have one for specifically for the cannabis, where you can find some of the original strands from Bring Facts, as he grows some incredible bud skis. If you don't know now, you know. Happy 420, broskies. Bull Run has ever even started. Bounce off to 200 EMA, baby. Word up. But hold my pipe, Greg. But yeah, man, I mean, lizard folk, you mean the 200 simple moving average, the Bitcoin daily 200 exponential moving average is already cracked down. 38% is loco frosty. That's what I'm saying. It's super frosty, very frosty. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try it this evening. I'll let you know my feedback. Keeping it real, says Don George. And let me know if you ever heard of that grower from that strand. I guess it's, yeah, I mean, I think I shared the name in the group. Shout out Don George. Appreciate you, brother. Just said you would repost. Keeping it real. When keeping it real goes wrong. Remember Dave Chappelle Show? It's one of the best shows of all time. Thank you, Serge. Appreciate you reposting. Bitalica's reposted a repost. If you guys repost each other's stuff, it only helps our stream and it helps you guys out as well. I also strongly encourage you guys to follow all the moderators. Steven is a mod. You got to follow him. Yeah, I mean, anyone who is a mod like Chandy10 Music, you got to follow them. Bring Facts, automatic follow, subscribe, you know, the Oracle, the rest of the fam. Shout out Idris. Appreciate you. Okay, so let's continue with the comments. Not due for a couple of months at the earliest. The run has been an anomaly with more testimony for the U.S. Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. Why do you think is next for Bitcoin, other digital assets? I think they're manipulating markets, shaking out the weak hands before the next leg up. Totally normal in every cycle. Survival of the fittest at play. Deep state, lizard, whatever, whoever, BlackRock. They want absolute power over the people and the golden masked men who rule the different tribes to meet the smoke cigars. And then they said, oh shit, the biddy. I agree. Exactly what Chandy said. We hate these lizard folk, except lizard folk himself. Of course, you're very welcome here. I got some cum kush. Oh my God, that just sounds terrible. The Prince basketball story on Chappelle is oh my God, that is classic. Yeah, Prince allegedly dunking over them. Classic. So survival, darkness. F yo couch. Survival of the fittest. They want our intelligence as we are useful. I mean, that's hilarious. Okay, coma kush sounds more like it. No cum kush for the broskies, please. No, not on this channel. Hey sis, how are you today? Shout out Mr. E369 as well. Nice clickbait. Not going to happen. Not clickbait. It's a genuine prediction from an OG, Tour Demeester, in which Max Kaiser reposted another OG. And I genuinely actually believe we will hit 10 million. It's not even a question. It's inevitable. It will happen. The only question is when. And we'll speculate. I'll give you my 2 Satoshis when I think that can play out when we get to it. Thank you, Shortcoin. Buy more at the dip. Couldn't agree more. Let it rip. Buy more at the dip. Bullish on the biddy. I ain't scared. Take it down more, please. Yeah, I don't mind at all. Go to the 70s. We'll just play Chandy 70s music. We hit the 60s. We'll bring back the 69 Jammy Jam that has lived on forever, Laura. I took the bait. Hey, it's the best bait you're going to find. If you're going to take the bait, take the bait. Whether it's the click bait or the shark bait, take the bait. Never hesitate. Know your fate. With the biddy, y'all know Johnny Cash was born in Arkansas. I had no idea. Was he really? I believe the something in the Bring Facts song sung at the party at the Razorbacks. Whoop, whoop. Well, shout out to the Arkansas Razorbacks. IGY6 in this piece. Let her rip, Tater Chip. We got the Nippinator. Suey. Oh, is that a city? Suey? JB, all this talk about Kush makes me want to get lit. Well, please go ahead and get lit. I'll hit the gong to that. And if you guys want to hit the bong to that, it's your prerogative. Hit the bong if you have to.
Coconuts crack, the fire pits dragging, flame lit, Spinderella spins, and the fam's feeling.
Hot dealers unite, Puerto Rican delight. This is our night, keeping it tight.
Puerto Rico night.
But anyways, let's just continue. We got so much to share. Bada boom, bada Bitcoin, BTFD style. Of course, on a hump day. Okay, parabolic Bitcoin. Obviously, market's crashing, but we can still be optimistic. This next headline here reads, M2 money supply can trigger a parabolic Bitcoin rally. What'd Roy Jones say? Y'all must have forgot. The growing M2 money supply could trigger the major rally for the Bitty, but an analyst cautions against betting everything on the emerging signal. Yeah, you don't gamble, you just hodl, DCA, and stack accordingly. Quoting him here, this isn't a market to bet your whole stash on a quick correction, but our central scenario is still for a strong March and beyond. So let's prepare for a strong March, shall we? In normal times, global loosening measures are a pretty reliable lead indicator for the crypto. The data we have suggests the spot buyers are active buying right now, and the U.S. has raised its debt ceiling by $4 trillion. Go U.S. It's not all doom and gloom, he added. The year-on-year fixed exchange rate for the M2 money supply of the 4 major central banks have reached 3.6% in January, according to the macro data as outlined right here. Many crypto analysts point to historical trends where a global M2 money supply rise has led to the higher Bitty prices, driven by increased liquidity as well as the lower interest rates. Economist Lynn Alden wrote in September research report, Bitcoin moves in the direction of the global M2 83% of the time. Now, ironic is I was born in 1983, and what else is ironic? The pretty little Bitty is sitting at a discount at 83 right now. Coincidence? I think not. Crypto analyst Bitcoin Data said, with weakness in the dollar causing the net positive effect on global M2, just a matter of time, hopefully before the Bitcoin realizes. And echoing a similar sentiment, we have Colin Talks Crypto, who shared that the global M2 money supply predicts a big move is coming for the Bitty. Let me know if you agree. Investment research account Bravo Research said in the next post that the U.S. money supply has doubled in just 10 years. And this liquidity surge can fuel the Bitcoin parabolic run up. It comes as Bitcoin just dropped now to 83 G's, baby. And that was after Trump said a day earlier he planned 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico. It seems we've been dumping ever since. And he had agreed to pause them for 30 days earlier this month. But you guys let me know how you think the market will play out. My personal 2 Satoshis here is there's a lot of manipulation from the big boys, the big players, and they prefer to buy Bitcoin at a discount like 83,000 versus 109. And so if they can keep the markets on rec, aka tilt, as long as possible, they're going to do that. They're going to continue to accumulate, and the big dogs, the BlackRocks, the Mikey Sailors, etc., they're laughing all the way to the bank. You feel me? 16 Pro Max, nothing but the best. Yeah, man, this is a great phone. When I went to the Max and Stacy Invitational, all my footage came from this, and it looks better than a lot of professional cameras now, and it's just so much more convenient to shoot with a phone. So great cameras in that piece. Why has Trump not adopted the Bitcoin yet for the National Reserve? My understanding, lizard folk, and that's a fantastic question, is the lizard folk haven't gave them permission yet. Ultimately meaning that it hasn't been signed by, I think it's Congress. There's like 2 big groups of people who have to approve it first before it reaches the desk of the president. I believe one of those is Congress. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not like a political guy. I don't really understand the whole process, but I do know he can't even sign it until it passes these, the next level, I think in the Senate and things of that nature. Maybe Congress sounds kind of important. I love my 15 Pro Max. It is the best out there. Right on, brother. Yeah, I upgraded. I think I had like the 14 or the 13. So I'm like, yeah, I'm getting the 16. Fuck the bullshit. Phone cousins. I also got my daughter the same one. So it's so cool. She's probably the only one at her school with the 16 Max Pro. I'm just curious, baby, does any of your other friends have the 16 Max Pro? She's like, no. One friend has the smaller version. I'm like, all right, yours is the best. That's all that matters. But yeah, man, welcome everyone. What to do? I don't know. I think Trump is between a rock and a hard place. Personally, I don't know if his handlers will give him the permission to sign the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. But we also like to smoke the hopium here and take hits from the hopium bong. And I like to believe and, keep an open mind that anything's possible, even though in the back of my mind, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm very skeptical at the same time. I'm just keeping it 100 with you guys. I have the S23 Ultra right on the Pixels. So if you say Siri racist Trump image comes out on the new iPhones, interesting. So there's just propaganda built into the Siri, apparently. I don't F with Siri. I don't trust it. I know it's a 3-letter organization monitoring everything you hear, so I always make sure to have Siri off personally, broskies. I have the 12 Pro Max, and I switched that for the 16 Pro Max recently. My man, that's what's up. Big difference in 4 generations the phone makes. The cameras are phenomenal. So if there's Bitcoin reserve that does not happen, do you think Bitcoin can still 2x? Yeah, Bitcoin could 100x without a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I'm not saying it's happening this cycle, come on, but Bitcoin has been doing fine, up tens of millions of percent since the inception of the Genesis block. That's without the institutions. Bitcoin clearly doesn't need Wall Street. Bitcoin clearly don't need no institutions. Clearly doesn't need BlackRock. But guess what? BlackRock needs Bitcoin. Wall Street needs Bitcoin. The banks need Bitcoin just so they can stay relevant and still exist. That's just the nature of the beast. I use both the Android and the iOS, but somehow I mostly stay on the iOS. But the Android is better for work, to be honest. Right on, Ryan. Never use all the hidden feature anyways. Almost bought the Solana phone and decided against it. Probably a smart look. Stay away from the Solana phone. This week decides if 108 was the top. Some Elliott Wave said Wave 5 was completed. You got to be shitting me. I highly doubt that, but my bad. I meant the 16 Pro Max. Word up. Galaxy 23s. Bitcoin doesn't need politicians. Precisely. We don't need anybody. Bitcoin don't need anyone. We need Bitcoin. We need Bitcoin. Android all the way for life. Ride or die. Chandy, I got to respect your loyalty. Once I went Mac, I never went back. I think it was like 2014. Prior to that, I always had Windows, everything, and then everything switched to Apple. So all the computers at the crib are Apple, the phones, my daughter's phone. It's just easier. Keep it in the same ecosystem, but I respect your loyalty. I think they should pay you a sponsorship. I think your first sponsor in your channel should be Google Android. I think it's Google. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I bought a laptop. Oh, I saw the new laptop, brother. Congrats. I'm using my phone and laptop for the same thing because I am smart. You smart. The Huawei P30 Pro, word. Well, anyways, gents and ladies, keep the comments flowing. I'm taking another sip of the Spin Drift, and we'll continue with the news in this piece. We do have 1,100 people here already, so that's awesome. All right, let's discuss these outflows, which continue to gather momentum. U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs see the largest ever daily outflow of 938 million. That's why I say there's definitely manipulation going on with the institutions like BlackRock, because it's just day after day, more outflows, more outflows. Clearly, if there were no outflows and there were nothing but $1 billion worth of inflows, when we reverse course, market would have to go up, you would think. But U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs have seen their largest ever daily net outflows as Bitcoin continues to trade below 90. In fact, we're at 83, and we're probably going to be retesting 80 here very soon. The 11 Bitcoin funds on February 25th together saw net outflow almost $1 billion. And what is their 6th straight trading day of outflows? Womp womp. The ETF Exodus, which we covered in great detail in yesterday's show, follows a crypto market route that has seen Bitcoin drop by 3.4% over the last day, plunging to a 24-hour low of 86. Now, again, it's 83 after the intraday low the other day at 92. The Fidelity-wise Bitcoin Origin Fund led the day's losses with 344 million of outflows, a new record outflow for the ETF. Meanwhile, Bybit was runner-up with an outflow of 164 million. The Bitwise Bitcoin ETF lost 88 million, while Grayscale 2 funds net lost 151 million, split between 66 mil from GBTC and 85 mil from the Bitcoin Mini Trust. And around 2.4 billion has exited the 11 ETFs thus far this month, which have seen just 4 days of net outflows. ETF store president Nate Gerasi said that still amazed at how much TradFi hates Bitcoin and crypto. Huge victory laps at every downturn. Hate to break it to you, but no matter how big the drawdowns are, it is not going away. Meanwhile, analyst and industry expert Just Blaze Arthur Hayes and 10x Research both shared that the majority of the Bitcoin ETF investors are hedge funds seeking arbitrary yields, not long-term Bitcoin investors, hence manipulation. And again, I covered this in great detail yesterday. He's calling for thousand dump on the continued outflow from the spot ETFs, which would mean another 13,000 drop before we bottom, if that is to play out. Lots of Bybit hodlers are hedge funds that went long in the ETFs while shorting CME futures, turn a yield greater than that from the short-term U.S. Treasuries, and the basis yield falls with a bitty price. These funds will unwind all their Bybit positions and buy back the CME futures. More manipulation. 10x Research also shared, revealing more than half of the spot Bitcoin ETF investors were funds playing the ETF arbitrage game. Exactly. Said the unwinding process is market neutral since it involves selling ETFs while simultaneously buying Bitcoin futures. I disagree. I think this has a very negative impact on which we're experiencing in the market. But you guys let me know your thoughts. And do you think these ETF outflows will likely continue? And do you think we'll drop all the way down to 70 Gs as Arthur Hayes just blaze proposes? Let me know either way, and I'll read your comments out loud. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Biddy on discount, 83,000 here today. Seize the moment, broskies. Shout out Darth Melda, the one and only. She reposted the stream and wrote, "Bring it on like Donkey Kong." I like that. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. And I know yesterday you were watching from the doctor, so I hope all is great with you. And 444, that's a good omen right there. 4:44 p.m. here in Puerto Rico, holding it down. I am far from a fan of Arthur Hayes, but that does not make him wrong. Exactly. I mean, he was the one putting his name out there saying 70 when we were at 100, and I was like, there's no way. No. Well, he was saying 80. He recently now is saying 70. Now that we're in the 80s. But I got to give him respect. I mean, the guy is smart. My understanding is a billionaire. He's an early Bitcoin adopter. He's one of the OGs. He's the co-founder of BitMEX, one of the largest derivative exchanges to ever exist. I mean, he's smart. I think we can all agree on that. And I don't think he has ill intentions to harm the market and just call unrealistic things that he knows not going to happen because someone's paying him off to do so, like maybe a Jim Cramer or one of those cats. That's why we entertain his predictions. You know what I mean? So yeah, respect to just blaze Arthur Hayes. You feel me? That's why I expect 95% of the future gains in only 5 days of the year, because sometimes they cannot control the supply shock. Word up. 444, por favor. That's another divine omen. It means joy. It's one of those universal codes. You know how like numbers have meanings? It's God's language. God's original language is numbers, numerology. So numbers are very significant. When I see a 444, I always... Actually, 333 was joy. 444 has a different meaning, but I know it's a positive meaning. I know in like Chinese culture, fours are forbidden. You can't make this shit up. But I lived in China, so I have firsthand experience. So 4 is like, it's the word. It's like a black cat in our culture. It's like, oh my God, bad luck. It's such a bad omen, the number 4 in Chinese, that the elevators don't even have a stop on the 4th floor in their high rises. Meaning there's like no residents on the 4th floor because it's like a cursed number. So they don't want anything to do with the number 4. So the elevator will skip the 4th floor in the elevators in China. It's like, no way. But that's what I remember when I was in China. 4 is like just bad news. However, in our culture, it's different. Like 4 is my mom's lucky number. She loves the number 4. When she sees a 444, it's like a divine omen for her. Like when I see the 1111. So, I mean, I guess it's all the intent you attract to the numbers by what you believe in, right? For example, there's no such thing as bad luck if you don't believe in it. It's like, oh, I don't give it any time. Where your focus goes, energy flows. If you believe something is bad and you genuinely believe it and you see it, and it's like, oh my God, that's a bad omen. Well, most likely something bad can happen because that's the energy you're creating through your thought process, through the conscious or the unconscious mind, which is really in the driver's seat. You feel me? Same thing with good luck. Why do some people always seem to have the best luck? Probably they don't believe in the bad luck, and they believe everything's maybe a blessing and an opportunity. They maybe view the glass half full versus half empty, and it seems they're just always lucky mofos. That's just the nature of the beast. Be careful. Your mind is very powerful. Number 4 in China is like the number 13 in America. No floors here have 13. I didn't know that. Like, are you saying like Friday the 13th unlucky? but it's grace. Embrace the 13. I wore 4 as a football player. Right on, brother. I went to a class to better myself, and 444 was the theme. Well, I like the 444. I don't have the numerology charts pulled up in front of me and all the meanings, but I wish I could share more. I believe you can make your own luck. I agree. What's that quote? Luck is, preparation meets opportunity. For those that prepare for something and then the right timing, they just seem to be lucky. My son was always a 7 and 9 when he played baseball. Right on. I was born on Friday the 13th. Well, that's definitely a lucky number for you. You were born on that day. But anyways, let's continue with the news. I'm going to check the X feed one more time. All comments and quotes of the stream will get reposted. Thank you, Catherine Weaver. Always appreciate your reposts each and every day, and I always repost you back. Thank you again, Melda. Fam, keep the comments flowing. We do got over 1,200 people here between the 3 platforms we're streaming on. But let's continue. The latest with the money movement from the Bybit hacker. Remember the 1.4 billion hack? Well, the hacker just laundered 335 million as the funds continue on the move. That's right. The hacker behind the 1.4 billion Bybit exploit has laundered more than 335 million, which investigators counting to track the movement of the stolen funds. Crypto investor sentiment was hit by the largest hack, and I know that didn't help with the price action in the market. When Bybit lost 1.4 billion in liquid staked Ether, Mantle staked ETH, and other digital assets, which were all, I believe, ERC20s, which are on the Ethereum blockchain. On-chain data shows the hacker moved 45,900 Ether, worth about 113 million in the past 24 hours, bringing the total amount laundered to more than 135,000 ETH, valued at 335 million. That leaves the hacker with about 363,900 ETH, worth around 900 million. And the hacker has been identified as a gentleman from the Lazarus Group in North Korea. That's what the news was saying yesterday, at least. Quoting them here, there are still 363,900 ETH worth 900 million, almost $1 billion, in the Bybit hacker address. At the current rate, it'll only take another 8 to 10 days to clean it up. And when they say clean it up, I don't know if that means get rid of it and trade it for something more valuable like Bitcoin, I'm assuming. Blockchain security firms, including Arkham, have identified North Korea's Lazarus Group as the likely culprit behind the exploit. The heist, and this is one of the largest crypto heists of all time. On February 25th, 4 days after the heist, Bybit co-founder Ben Zhao declared war on the Lazarus Group. I mean, look at all these heists that I believe they're responsible for. Bybit, Poly Network, BSE, I mean, 1.4 billion, 611 million, pretty significant hacks. Meanwhile, blockchain analytics firm Elliptic flagged 11,000 crypto wallet addresses suspected to be linked to the Bybit exploit. That list is expected to grow as the investigation continues. Despite the scale of the attack, the Bybit response may help rebuild trust on centralized exchanges. Dan Hughes, founder of the decentralized finance platform Radix, said Bybit's immediate response prevented a larger market sell-off, quoting him here. Assuming the worst is behind us, the manner in which Bybit handled the situation may actually recover some confidence in the centralized exchanges. It would demonstrate that with adults at the wheel, centralized exchanges can be trustworthy and responsible custodians of our assets. So are they trying to say non-adults are untrustworthy? I don't get it. As if like the hackers are non-adults or something, right? Primarily, it matters most if Bybit can indeed absorb that loss as claim, and thus far, withdrawals have been honored. And I believe there was a mass exodus of withdrawals of over $5 billion of liquidity drained from the exchange. People in fear that maybe it would go under if there was similar to what we call a bank run where all the customers want to withdraw at the same time, you know. Bybit continued to honor customer withdrawals and had fully replaced. All it would take is like, especially with social media, like one customer, I try to withdraw and they won't allow me. And then it would spread like wildfire, and then there'd be a huge run up and the exchange would, yeah, I mean, just like we saw with FTX, that can happen to any exchange at any time. You got to be very careful. But anyways, Bybit hack alone accounts for more than half of the 2.3 billion stolen in crypto-related hacks. So it seems Bybit is a honey pot in of itself. The hackers love Bybit because I guess when you have 1.4 billion just sitting in an address, you attract it. You know what I mean? Crazy. I think it's a look back to FTX. It definitely get the FTX vibes for sure. Don't trip by the dip. Let her rip, tater chip. That's what I'm saying. I've seen things, and I would advise against the camping or the hiking on the full moons. Do you hear that, Chandy? Adam's warning you here. Why on earth did the CEO not look at that address? I don't really know. I wish I had the answer to that. JV, how was chess today? I'm glad you asked. I did not get to play today. I instead took a nap, and I woke up 11 minutes before the stream. I had an 11-minute warning. Yesterday, I played a lot of chess and won a lot of games, lost a lot of games, drawed a lot of games. I think I played 10, 15 games yesterday, so I was probably a little chess wiped out, so I didn't have a desire to get in some games here before the stream. Probably play again this evening, though. Thank you for asking, Adam. Is anyone else as much as a dork as I am and spend time playing chess on your phone? Let me know. It's actually my favorite thing to do when I'm on a flight as well in the airplane. But I play the computer. But I take that back. I had internet on one of my previous flights to El Salvador, and I got to play my brother, who I typically play every day. Oh, I take that back. I did play today, but it was only 2 games, and it was against my brother. But we play every day, so I don't even count those games. And of course, I won them, but that's not to talk shit. My score is double his score, so if I ever lose, it's embarrassing. I think our record, and he might be embarrassed for me to share this, but I think I've lost 12 games and won several hundred. So I rarely lose, but it's because my score is that much higher. So it's really an unfair advantage. I shouldn't be talking shit. I like chess, but I cannot play, says Short Coin. Right on. Red candle dripping. Buy the dripping like Scottie Pippen. JB, nice hat. Nice. Oh, yeah, nice nap. Naps for me are important. I still feel like a kid. I enjoyed naps when I was 5 years old. I enjoy them even more at 42 years old. And my goal is to continue to nap for the rest of my adult life. It's a phenomenal thing. Those that don't have the time to nap, you're missing out. It's the greatest. The JV Gambit. Exactly. I play chess a lot, past the time. Exactly. It's fun to play. It gets my mind off of fucking crypto or whatever, wherever it's at that needs to get unstuck. So it like resets my mind. So that's why I love it. How old are you compared to your bro? He's 2 years older. He should be paying coaches. I don't think it's a fun, we play for fun. So I don't think it's that serious. I don't think he's, trying to, study chess to beat me. We just play for fun. But yeah, he needs some help on the chessboard. Litecoin, there's a second best limited supply proof of work test net for the biddy. JV, did you watch the Michael Richards Seinfeld chess homeless guy? No, I think you brought it up before. I got to go back and watch it. I don't know if I saw it as a kid. Sometimes I'd watch Seinfeld, but I'm sure I've only watched a few of the episodes, so I'd have to look that one up. Was 84-420 a lucky call? It was inevitable. Hey, now, I mean, we're calling it every day. I see the screenshot. Whatever price we're at, we get the 420 like clockwork. I saw the picture with your bro. He looks older. Not much. Yeah, correct. Just a couple of years. JV, did you buy the dip? I did not buy the dip. Yeah, so I went all in back in 2017, folks. So as much as I tell people to buy the dip, I don't have any money to buy the dip. I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys. All my money that comes in pays my bills. My only goal is to not spend anything I accumulated over the past 8 years. And if I could maintain that goal, I'm very grateful to Satoshi. But I'm not in a position to be like throwing thousands of dollars down to buy more Bitcoin. I did all my buying over the past 8 years, and I'm very grateful I did. Just keeping it 100 with you guys. But in a perfect world, if I had all this surplus money from doing these live streams, I would be, putting it all in Bitcoin, because I keep very minimal in the bank, only what I need to survive, make maybe the next 30, 60 days. Keep everything in Bitcoin. If I owned any Bitcoin, of course, it's gone and lost it forever. But that's a different story, a different topic for a different day. I bought at 92, and I'm going to steal my savings and buy again. You got to do what you got to do. Buy it again. I'm now in Branson with my son. Love you, fam. Hodl strong. Enjoy your time with your loved one, especially with your son there, Chandy. Happy to hear that. Brings a big smile to my face. The ain't a dip. just the other side of the mountain. I bought at 92. Now I'm going to steal my savings and buy again. Chest under the full moon is good luck. I lost the old Bitcoiners. Do not need to buy the dip because they got in at the lower price. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth, but you're very smart, Shortcoin. Like, do you think Max Kaiser's purchasing Bitcoin today at, maybe he is because he's in a different, he's a billionaire. But if you got 4 Bitcoins for $1 back in 2010, you're probably not so concerned with buying Bitcoin at today's price, would you? You'd be like, yeah, I was getting 4 for $1. Come on now. I will always buy the biddy. Smart man there, Adam. If you have surplus money coming in, I couldn't recommend it enough. Yeah, I mean, couldn't recommend it enough. But let's continue. I didn't realize this time is flying quickly today. I'm going to check the X feed one more time, repost you guys, and we'll continue with the news.
Thanks under Satoshi skies, just try to stop this good time.
It's the number 11, won't you come with me to the party, I mean.
No bad wolf's gonna try, but bitty wolves
You can't deny.
From Bitcoin live streams to juicy by the sea wet dreams.
Strawberry goosey.
Sexy vacations.
Sexcation.
It's an oceanfront kind of ecstasy. It's a 100K moist bitty dream.
Puerto Rico, Bitcoin doing.
This feels right, no ditty. It feels tight, so drippy. I wanna hear you cry out my name.
I want to make you feel the bang bang. Ding dong on my door. Let's go.
I wanna make you feel the bang bang.
Ding dong on my door. Watch how I answer. I wanna soar.
And FYI, I just got everyone reposted. So everyone should be reposted from both the accounts. We do have 1,313 people, speaking of the number 13, on the stream right now. And let's continue, shall we? And again, welcome everyone joining the stream. One more sip of the Spindrift and we'll continue.
Puerto Rico nights under Satoshi skies. Just try to stop this good time.
All right, next story. We're going to discuss the latest from GameStop. 4-point-something billion on the balance sheet. Could be buying Bitcoin. You never know. Michael Saylor's been commenting his post, and there's been some talks, and there's been pictures of them recently meeting. So who knows what's really going on? But this would be major. And then we'll discuss the 10 million prediction. And I know it feels like a lifetime away. Like, oh, JV, we're at 80,000. You're talking 10 million, you crazy motherfucker. I mean, it is what it is. We cover the good, bad, the ugly. Let's not forget, we all know where Bitcoin is headed, and it's heading to that 10 million target. Obviously not happening today, but we will get into it. But first, GameStop buying Bitcoin would bake the noodles. Let's bake the motherfucking noodles then, shall we? And I ain't talking about lo mein, if you feel what I'm saying. I ain't talking about, what are those other noodles all the poor people love? The ramen noodles. And FYI, stay away from ramen. I used to eat a lot of ramen. I didn't know any better, like most folks, especially young men, when you move out of your parents' house. And I think that's all I ate for a long time, ramen noodles. It's one of the most unhealthy foods that you can possibly put in your body, broskies. So get off the ramen, whatever you call it. But I digress. GameStop Corp has acknowledged a letter from Strive Asset Management urging the gaming retailer to buy the biddy, which a crypto exchange executive says can blow the minds of the traditional finance investors. That's right. GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen confirmed in February 26th he received a February 24th letter from the Strive CEO Matt Cole advising the gaming retailer to use $4.6 billion in cash to buy Bitcoin. That'd be pretty significant. And use the market offerings to fund the additional purchases. Now we're talking, quoting him here. If GameStop embarks on the leveraged Bitcoin equity strategy, it will bake the noodles of so many of the TradFi investors and commentators who think both GME and Bitcoin are a joke. Take that, Peter Schiffmeister. GameStop was central to the 2020-2021 meme stock craze and a short squeeze strategy inspired by Reddit users, which caused substantial losses for Wall Street firms short on the GME. GME increased nearly 11,500% from 70 cents to 81.25 between April 2020 and January of 2021. Cole's letter follows a February 13 report that GameStop started considering investing in Bitcoin, an alternative asset classes are all detailed right there in the letter. In this letter to GameStop, Cole recommended the company purchase more Bitcoin by issuing new equity via at-the-market offering and convertible debt securities. Sound familiar? Kind of sound like the sailor put. He also said the company should sell or close all stores operating at a loss and expand its online presence, which would allow it to be able to purchase more of the biddy. Cole said a Bitcoin treasury would position GameStop from meme stock to market leader while serving as a true savings asset by protecting the company against inflationary pressures impacting fiat currencies. Cole advised GameStop to steer clear of investing in any other cryptos. I couldn't agree more. Stay away from the shitcoinery. As the Bitcoin-only approach would reinforce GameStop's image as a disciplined, forward-looking organization while protecting the long-run shareholder returns. GameStop's Cohen recently shared a photo with Mikey Saylor, the chairman of the $44.2 billion Bitcoin holdings business and intelligence firm Strategy B, formerly known as MicroStrategy. I mean, look at these two giga-chads together. I mean, don't get no sexier than that, except the GameStop CEO needs to get one of Saylor's Bitcoin shirts on underneath. That'd be pretty dope. But anyways, Strategy's Bitcoin buying has inspired other public forums, including MetaPlanet, who just announced another purchase, as I shared in yesterday's show, alongside El Salvador, to adopt similar strategies. Now, big money could be about to flow from GameStop right into Bitcoin. Other companies, there's Amazon, there's Microsoft, there's a lot of big companies out there that should really embrace thy biddy. And quoting Luke Broyles, if GameStop buys $5 billion of the biddy at 88,000, and then another $3 billion raised at 110,000, they would have 84,090 biddy. GameStop has a brief opportunity to become legitimately a financial powerhouse if they act quickly and decisively. So the $1 million question becomes, will they pull the trigger? Is the GameStop CEO talking with Saylor right now and thinking about the big Bitcoin purchase, potentially $5 billion? And how would that likely impact the preload biddy price action Jackson? You guys let me know, and I'll read your comments out loud before we dive into our feature story of the day and discuss preload biddy at 10 million per coin. And if you don't know, now you know. Okay, OTC purchases don't move the price. Yeah, over the counter. Why don't Saylor just purchase it through the counter and move the price? That's what I'm asking. He reads his papers to me. I love it. I am sending him a snack package tomorrow. I take it you're referring to your son? The combination made my funds bleed on a hump day. Happy Wednesday, Sammy G. How many vets you got? How many vets? VETs. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Are you referring to a crypto by the name of VET? Or are you referring to veterinarians? I wish he would. Hey now. Buy some biddy. No diddy. But I'm going to give everyone a minute to join us, and we'll continue with our feature story, and then we'll do some live Q&A. Let's go.
No bad wolf's gonna try, but biddy wolves
You can't deny.
from Bitcoin live streams to juicy by the sea wet dreams.
Strawberry juicy.
This sexy vacation. It's an oceanfront kind of ecstasy. It's a 100K moist biddy dream.
Tell me more, boss man. My biddy king turns me on.
And if you ain't having moist biddy dreams, you don't own enough Bitcoin. I can guarantee you Saylor's having plenty moist biddy dreams, if you feel what I'm saying. Broskies. Make that too. For the army, Kathy Wood dumped her, what is that, ETF? Her Bitcoin ETF? When you say dumped it, you mean sold off a lot of it? Oh my God, that's so sweet. Says Darth Maul. I guess I missed some of the context here. It's called regulators. Why Michael Saylor cannot buy over the counter. Damn regulators. At least one vet. Oh, I see. Those kind of vets. Veterans. Word. We are here for the biddy. Shout out Mr. Corvette. Good to have you here. Who else is here? Let us know. Thank you, Glenn Cooper. And shout out Bring Facts. Appreciate those reposts. It's not too late to comment, quote, repost the stream. You'll notice there's the 23 hearts on the X feed. It's pinned at the very top. Can't miss it. And if you guys can hit that repost button just like that, You hit the repost, and then you could repost the repost of the reposts, and we can continue to repost until we hack the algorithm and have 10,000 Bitcoiners on the stream. At least that's the goal. Can't stop, won't stop, get it. No, Mr. Corvette. How many vets you got? 100K wet bitty dream. Exactly. The 100K wet bitty dream, baby. The one and only. Yes, she did sold her ETFs to buy MicroStrategy. Oh, okay. Well, she's smart, so whatever she's doing, I'm sure will be the right move. It's Kathy Wood, I mean. Buy the dip like high school baseball player. Exactly. Oh, I see. You put the dip in the mouth. I remember that. That's actually a good one. Buy the dip like the high school baseball players. Remember the Big League Chew? I remember playing Little League, and we'd get the Big League Chew bubble gum. We'd think we're like the real ball players, chewing the bubble gum. I haven't seen that around in years. Remember anyone remember the Big League Chew? It was like in a big package. And it was like the gum version of the tobacco that the ball players would chew. Let me know. I remember all that. I remember the candy cigarettes. How stupid were our parents? Here's some candy cigarettes. As if that's not going to pre-frame children to grow up and smoke tobacco. You know what I mean? Not a good look. But I remember smoking those cigarettes, a.k.a. chewing on the gum. And then I remember the fruit by, what was it? Fruit by the foot. I don't freaking remember. But all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the Big League Chew is what my son used. And then I remember we used to chew on the sunflower seeds, whatever seeds we can get. Spit them out. All that kind of stuff. But yeah, Big League Chew was pretty lit. I remember the Big League Chew. Next up was nerds. Oh, snap. Yeah, pixie sticks and nerds. Don't get me started. JV, I went to school in France, so I have no idea. Yeah, that sucks. Arc B has been dumping for the past week, but Miss Wood doesn't really control the buy-sell. It's her clients. Thank you for the clarity there. Makes sense. I'm pretty sure Kathy custodies her own Bitcoin. She is a real one in this space. Exactly. What Applejack shredded tobacco? That was the real chew. Now we're smoking the seeds. Are we? My gator number 4. Hey now. That looked like some good gator. I actually got the shirt. Now, thanks for the reminder. I got to rock the gator shirt. I haven't rocked that one yet. Popeye cigarettes. Sunflower seeds? Yeah, the sunflower seeds. That's what I meant. I was missing him watching play baseball. Yeah, sunflower seeds are the bomb diggity. But anyways, we got 1,500 people here. I guess we can continue, huh? Thank you, Glenn Cooper. I hit you with the repost, brother. Shout out Coin Ninja. And I forget abbreviations. Catch up HFSP. Remind me what that stands for. HFSP. Looks familiar, but I can't remember. Yeah. But yeah, let me get another sip of the Spindrift. We'll continue with our feature story. Let's discuss 10 million, and then we'll do the live Q&A. Welcome, everyone. Looks like 83 held. We're back above 84 for what it's worth. NVIDIA earnings tonight. So if they're good, forget the 66% decline of the market. They think it will happen. Well, time will tell. Have fun staying poor. Oh, thank you. Now it makes total sense. I should have known better. HFSP. Have fun staying poor. Wow. Classic. Speaking of classics.
It's going up forever, Laura. Take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. Well
said, Michael. But yeah. After the infamous freeze frame on our feature story of the day, let's go. Now for our feature story of the day. Bitcoin can grow by another 100x. Can it really? Yes, absolutely. According to this Bitcoin OG Tour Demeester. And Max Kaiser reposted it, actually found it on his timeline earlier. And I thought it would be a great topic of discussion, especially as we're correcting in the 80,000 range right now. Why not? But yeah, shout out Tour Demeester. Appreciate you sharing this. He wrote, clearly right here. Could Bitcoin grow by another 100x? Yes. And hypothetically, if we did from 100,000, that would take us to 10 million per coin. And speaking of 10 million per coin, there is a guy by the name of Hal Finney that predicted Bitcoin to hit 10 million 16 years ago, back when Bitcoin was trading at virtually zero. So speaking of visionaries, rest in peace, Hal Finney. But let's first look at this chart. You should be able to see this on your screen. Let me know if you guys can see that. Or should I keep it small so nothing's cut off? That might be better if we just keep it that way so you can see the full image. Yeah, we'll do that. So as you can see, Bitcoin's currently at less than 1% of the total addressable market. Speculation of the total global wealth is currently above 900 trillion. So we're just going to use 900 trillion as the number. So if Bitcoin accounts for just 0.2% of that 900 trillion in global wealth, Bitcoin's total addressable market would be 225 trillion, which is virtually, I think we're currently at like what, 1.7 trillion or 1.8 trillion. So it would more than double. It'd be crazy. 100x, easy peasy, assuming a 50% market share of the store value assets, of course. So looking at that 900 trillion of the global wealth, total addressable market, estimate 330 trillion currently in real estate, which is a pretty big market, clearly. Bonds are 300 trillion, another major market. And then we have the money, which is at 120 trillion. We have gold at just 16 trillion. We have art. I didn't even realize the art market was $18 trillion. Equities, 115 trillion. And the Bitcoin total addressable market, when it hits 225 trillion, it's a game on. We're talking 10 million per Bitcoin or in that ballpark. And right now, so you can see how minuscule we're at. Like I said, we're currently less than 2 trillion. And let me actually pull up coin market cap and we'll just look at the exact number so I'm not making anything up. So yeah, right now as of today, the Bitcoin market cap is all the way down, good lord, to 1.67 trillion. The all-time high is just above 2 trillion, just FYI. So pretty significant. And reading some of the comments here, this guy wrote, "Hey Tor, I built a live dashboard to track this in real time." Oh my God. And it puts things in perspective. And Tor wrote, those are some really neat graphics. This one's one of my favorite at the moment. And you can see the sats per dollar. This was 1,135. Today, you get close to 1,200 sats per dollar because of the decline. So seize the moment, take advantage of it. But let's get into this OG prediction going back 16 years. And back then, the total addressable market was way less than it is today. So also keep that in mind, which means if the total addressable market was what it is today, 16 years ago from the inception of Bitcoin, then this infamous 10 million prediction from Hal Finney would have been extremely larger. But I digress. Bitcoin historian Pete Rizzo, R-I-Z-Z-O, open your ears, jackass. Shout out to the Jerky Boys. I was a huge fan growing up. Reignited interest in the iconic prediction in the recent tweet 16 years ago. Hal Finney forecast a future biddy price of 10 million per coin when the crypto was still valued at zero. You got to give it up for the OGs. And shout out to Mr. Rizzo, R-I-Z-Z-O. Open your ears there, Joey. And I mean, it's all written right here, so I'll just read you what he wrote. This is, again, 16 years ago. He wrote, "As an amusing thought experiment, imagine that Bitcoin is successful and becomes the dominant payment system in use throughout the world. Then the total value of the currency should be equal to the total value of the wealth in the world. The current estimate of the total worldwide household wealth that I have found ranges from 100 trillion to 300 trillion. And again, today we're 900 trillion, which is 3 times higher than the proposed range that he gave back then of 300 trillion. So keep that in mind, which means we can hit 30 million. With 20 million coins, that gives each coin a value of about 10 million. So the possibility of generating coins today with a few cents of computing time may be quite a good bet. Yeah. With a payoff of something like 100 million to 1. And that's precisely the type of returns Max and Stacy are experiencing right now. God bless them. Even if the odds of the Bitcoin succeeding to this degree are slim, are they really 100 million to 1 against? Just something to think about. Very powerful post right there. Here's the OG right here. And again, may he rest in peace. Hal Finney's all-time best Bitcoin quotes. Let's go through this thread. He's an OG. He's a legend. So let's click on this baby. And this was posted Jan 10th from the Bitcoin historian. Let's see here. What other quotes do we got? The most bullish quotes from Hal Finney. All right, here we go. So he also says, Well, that's the one I just covered as an amusing thought experiment, and he projects to 10 million. Another prediction he made when it was $6. Unless Bitcoins become substantially more valuable, the Bitcoin network will never be substantially more resistant to attack. For Bitcoin to succeed and become secure, Bitcoins must become vastly more expensive. And this was, again, a prediction from March 17th, 2011, when it was only $6. Another prediction when it was $22. Every day that goes by and Bitcoin hasn't collapsed increases the chance of eventual success and justifies the higher price. Amen. When it was $0, January of 1994. Good Lord. If you want to change the world, don't protest. Write code. Speak. And for those that didn't know, 2 years after this, Max Kaiser actually got the credit with the first what's the term? Digital currency ever created. He actually holds the patent on it, FYI, and that was in 96. When Bitcoin was trading at a penny, February 10th, the day before my birthday on 2010, he wrote, Bitcoin has the potential to become the dominant currency worldwide. If this happens, Bitcoins could be worth millions of dollars each. And it's just crazy. Again, this is 16 years ago, before anyone knew about Bitcoin. Another prediction from 1992. Here we are faced with the problems of loss of privacy, creeping computerization, massive databases, more centralization, and digital cash offers a completely direction to go in. The computer can be used as a tool to liberate and protect people rather than to control them. Can I get an amen? He also wrote, back when Bitcoin was $0 in 2008, Bitcoin seems to be a very promising and original idea. Yeah, I'd say that again. And when it was $0.25 on November 7th of 2008, since we are all rich with Bitcoins, or will be once they're worth 1 million, like everyone expects, we ought to put some of this unearned wealth to good use. And when Bitcoin was 26 cents, December 4th, 2010, Bitcoin is a global, decentralized, yet consistent database. This database is used to record transfers of coins, but it could potentially be used for more. There are many applications for a global, consistent database. And was 28 cents, December 21st, 2010. I see Bitcoin as ultimately becoming a reserve currency for the banks, playing much the same role as gold did in the early days of banking. Banks could issue digital cash with greater anonymity and lighter weight, more efficient transactions. I mean, and if you don't know, now you know. Let me know your thoughts on that. And speaking of 10 million, I got a bonus prediction from you from Mikey Saylor. This is something he shared where he projected Bitcoin would 425x. There's a throwback, but I transcribed the interview, and here's what Mikey Saylor wrote. Because Bitcoin is just pure money, it's just as effective at 100,000 a coin as 10,000 a coin. And at 1 million a coin, it's just as effective. And at 10 million a coin, it's probably more compelling at 10 million a coin than 1 million or 100,000 a coin. It's kind of a universally scalable asset that gets less risky. The only thing that is going to change, in my opinion, is when it was super risky and scary, below 10,000, you were getting 1 to 200% a year annualized gains. And when it got a bit more understandable, between 10,000 and 100,000, your gains go to 40 or 50% a year. And then at some point, they go to 30%, 20%. And in the extreme, if everybody in the world understood the pretty little bitty going up forever, it would be 20, 30, 40% of the wealth of the world. So it would be 200 to 300 trillion in today's dollars. And then the price would be appreciating at a rate of the global inflation in the fiat currency. And then he ends it with this. So if the gold inflation rate remains a 7, it would still remain a 7, and then it would appreciate a little bit more because of the productivity of the people that adopt it as a treasury reserve asset. And if you don't know, now you know. Let me know your thoughts. Those are 3 predictions for you at $10 million per coin. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And of course, it's not happening overnight. Most likely not going to happen this cycle. Hate to bust your bubble. But nonetheless, it will happen one day. And I will be streaming and I will be celebrating. And we'll probably have a 10 million Bitcoin fiesta with the Nippinator. Why not? But anyways, welcome everyone. Let's just travel back to 2009. I was bartending in college, making hella bread. 1,000 then into the biddy would have retired me. Exactly. That's a fact, Jack. Michael Saylor's getting damn reckless. It's not about the price. It's never been about the price. It's about what the guy said. Fix the money, fix the world. Very well said, Darth. XRP is the banker's token. XRPL, RL, USD trillions will move the ledger. But yeah, to the biddy, says Oliver. Okay, Jeb McCaleb was the co-founder and lead dev at Mt. Gox. He was the lead at Ripple Labs and had over a lot of XRP and systematically dumped them all. That's right. He was the largest seller of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do think XRP will flip ETH soon, but cheering for XRP and faster institution transactions to 7 laws, it's like cheering for forced jabs, while Bitcoin's like cheering for medical freedom. I love that analogy, and I couldn't put it any better. And one of the many reasons we're pro-Bitty and anti-CBDCs, anti-jabs, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, after they rolled out Novid, I could have got down with the pharmaceutical companies and Bill Gates patents and spent all this money investing into what the lizard folks are trying to do. But it's an evil agenda. Why do I want to be responsible for perpetuating that agenda or financing that agenda? You know what I mean? And I think that's why I love Bitcoiners so much. We actually have something called ethics, and we want to do what's right for humanity. Fix the money, fix the world, right? Let's not jab people. Let's not promote CBDCs or promote the currencies that are pushing the things that are going to ultimately enslave the masses. Let's promote the thing that gives people individual property rights and individual sovereignty. It's called Bitty. And if you ain't stacking the Bitty, go to jail with Diddy. I don't know. Do something else with your life. Good afternoon, JV. Shout out Overkill 007. How's Nippy's new job going at the SEC? He's doing great. He's the best chairman we've ever seen. He's gotten more done in the past few weeks than Gensler did in 4 years. Clearly, Gensler set the industry backwards, unfortunately, with the war on crypto. JV, have you ever had a Chick-O stick? Yeah, bro. Those were one of my favorite, and ironic you mentioned it because my daughter just had Valentine's Day at school, and she came home with it. I'm like, you're eating one of those? Yeah, it's just pure sugar. The sugar stick, you stick it in the other sugar. I'm pretty confident I've had one too many of those in my life. JV is a preach. If XRP is so awesome, why hasn't it broke the all-time high from 7 years ago? XRP will allow us to get paid the same day we do the work. Are you trying to say like Bitcoin doesn't allow you to get paid or something? Or what do you mean when you say that? Trying to understand. But welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. I'm going to stick around for an additional half hour. We've been streaming past 90 minutes. Hopefully you're enjoying today's stream. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. One of my favorite quotes right there, brother. That's Fun Dip. Oh, I'm thinking Fun Dip. What's the Chico stick then? I don't know what that one is. But yeah, you're right. It was the Fun Dip. It was ultimately pixie stick stuff in packages with another sugar stick, and you dip the sugar stick in the other sugar, and you get all messed up. I had the chick on my stick, JB. The chick on my stick. Oh my God. This is a family-friendly show, bro, so I don't have no idea what you're talking about. That's it. The next person that enters XRP in the chat gets a timeout. No, let's not do that. Investors can invest in anything they want, and they can talk about the coin they believe in and have invested in, so it's all good, mods. So if someone believes in it, you know, shit, we have a conversation about it, and that's why we're here. It's all good. It's all good. Everyone's welcome. I don't mind people have different beliefs, personally. All we can do is make the best decisions with the knowledge we have and try to create awareness for the rest of the folks, really. The Chico Sticks is like a Butterfinger. Oh, maybe I never had that one then. I don't think so. Definitely had a Butterfinger because that was Bart Simpson's chocolate of choice. I remember the Butterfingers. Okay, I'll time myself out. And that's fine. XRP equals shitcoin. Clearly, anything non-Bitcoin we refer to as shitcoin because it's not Bitcoin. And there is no second best. Okay, about Slim Jims, anybody? Oh, I remember Slim Jims. Yeah. Just do not shill the altcoins. No, since it is the banker's coin, it can be controlled. I don't own XRP, never will. Word, XRP helped me get more Bitcoin. Well, it's very rare XRP ever outproduced Bitcoin, but back in 2017, it really did. It was from the 2016 halving to 2017 at the height when in December when Bitcoin hit 20,000, it was the best performing top crypto. But since then, it's been the worst performing crypto, and it hasn't even returned to the previous all-time high. And I don't say that to knock XRP holders. I have love for everybody, but that's just a fact. It's still recovering from the previous 2 cycles when it hit the peak. But that's life for you. It had a nice run up, and then it had the worst performance for the past 2 cycles. It really missed an entire bull cycle or 2 because of the what's it called? The lawsuit against the SEC. Fun dips, sugar daddies, snap it to a Slim Jim. I used to love the Macho Man Randy Savage. That was my guy when I was a kid. He was my favorite wrestler. Word on the street here is Slim Jims are made of pork peckers. I would not be surprised, and there's a reason I don't eat meat, and I dare not touch any pork pecker. Macho Man Savage, step into the Slim Jim. Exactly. Having us getting paid the same day we will work will allow them to control the money more. Pork peckers rock. 3 Musketeers all day. Remember taking the biddy into the Slim Jim? Pure grease. Exactly. MSTR is going up. We'll see. It's all good. We can talk about the shitcoinery too. Yeah, it's good. It's good conversation, really. There's nothing forbidden to talk about. Or I take that back. There's probably plenty of forbidden things that we can't talk about. We are on YouTube after all. When someone in the chat comments, how about that for shilling? You'll get a timeout. Yeah, so a comment is not a shill. A shill is if someone's like promoting something in a very, what's the term? In a spammy way. So for example, if someone's like, you need to buy XRP. Fine. Say that once, but if you're going to keep repeating it or trying to convince everyone in here and drop links that you need to do this or do that, that would be shilling, is ultimately trying to sell something, right? So comment is not shilling, but if they're relentlessly pushing something to our audience, like you need to go here and buy this, that would be considered shilling. You know what I mean? So I am a pirate peanut butter cookie fan. Oh, speaking of cookies, stay away from Girl Scout cookies. I saw in the Joe Rogan podcast the other day. It's one of the most unhealthiest things you can eat. It has like toxic aluminum levels, mercury. I'm paraphrasing here, but every bad thing that could potentially be in a cookie is in the Girl Scout cookies. Do not support Girl Scout cookies. You're promoting, I won't say the term on YouTube, but it's not good. If you want to support them, just give them some money, but don't push those cookies. Don't give those cookies to your family, and don't eat the damn cookies. And I'm an idiot. I used to love Girl Scout cookies. I always thought I was supporting the Girl Scouts, but I was supporting eugenics at the end of the day. I used to love the peanut butter ones, the Thin Mints. They're terrible, bro. I'll never touch those bad boys ever again. And when I see a Girl Scout coming my way, I'll run the other way. I just got to do what I got to do. Safety first. He is the bestest entertainer of all time. Sweet Bitty McGee. The pirate cookies, eh? Though I was shocked to see Solana tanking this morning. I'm not shocked because all the shitcoin meme coins are launched on Solana. And what's happening with Trump coin right now? Wrecked. What's happening to Melania? Wrecked. What's happening to Javier Malay's Libra coin? Wrecked. What happened to Hawk2a coin? Wrecked. What happened to Dave Portnoy's Greed 1? Wrecked. What happened to Greed 2? Wrecked. And now he's having second opinion on launching Greed coin number 3. This is the fucked up world we're living in, Joey. I want the Chico stick now. No crash, just manipulation. Don't sell, buy thy biddy. Frozen Thin Mints. Yeah, stay away from the Thin Mints, bros. Yeah, thank goodness I took a Kittle profit when it was 270. 270, eh? And again, welcome everyone. We got 1,800 people on the stream. We're live on X Rumble and YouTube. This is the Q&A segment of the stream. We're kicking it. I'm going to check the X feed. I'm checking. Shout out Bub B. The silver orange lining to the latest Bitcoin price action is what we get to hear more of. Chandy 10 Music, 80,000 Bitcoin tracks. And speaking of Chandy 10, make sure you guys are subscribed to her channel, Chandy 10 Music. We're going to actually play some more music videos like we did yesterday because she dropped the shark track, which is based on a true story of the shark circling us on VIP Day here in Puerto Rico at the 100K Fiesta. A shark was actually circling a crypto surge, and Chandy made a song about it along with a music video. So let's play it. Fart coins a tankin'. Hey now. Good. Let's play some music videos. And facts, I did not prepare the song you sang, which initially I was wanting to play, but after second thought, unless it's an original beat, the beat's going to be copywritten and I'm going to get a strike or a warning and I won't be able to monetize today's show because beats are also copywritten. Unless it's an original beat, I'm not going to be able to play the variation that you created. I know you made your own song, but I wasn't clear if it was an original beat or if it's like a famous beat that the algorithm's going to pick up. So I didn't prepare it. Just let me know though, either way. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, let's play some music videos, shall we?
Shark Mafia.
It's Bitcoin lore. Even sharks want a store.
Ooh, it all started with a ghost, yeah, legend in the mist. So she dropped the code, then he vanished like this.
Poof, digital gold, no control. Now the bank's throwing fits. Why the huddle gang stacks never selling for a fix?
2025, now we can't be denied. Don't try, just pity up and join us on a rocket ride. Biddy fam worldwide, Bitcoin addicts living the Biddy high life. 100K party, got the sharks in the deep. Yeah, they heard us talking sats, now they trying to sneak a peek.
What's the seed phrase? Where the loot at? Mason jars sunk, but the sharks got the map. Deep sea ledger, yeah, they swimming in the stack. Shark mafia hodling, never giving sats back.
I be moving like a bitty baddie, never fold. Keys in cold storage, keep my treasure on hold.
Maxi Mind State, got that orange pill glow. If you ain't stacking sats, what you doing with your soul, bro?
Yeah, I see them lurking, they be watching from the deep. Trying to get my shine, but I never miss a beat.
Ledger in the trenches, sharks circling my feet. But I'm swimming with the whales, not the bait in the sea.
Oh no. Got my squad, got my studs, got my huddle gangsters in the zone.
If you fumble Bitcoin now, you'll be crying when we gone.
One BTC, then it's generational wealth. So I pass it to my kids, ain't no selling for my health.
Biddy up, stack it up, never let it go. Sharks in the water, but the gang in control.
Keys tight, vision bright, now we riding to the moon.
Bitcoin lore written, y'all gon' learn soon.
You already know.
If you ain't stacking sats, what you doing with your soul, bro? Trying to get my shine, but I never miss a beat. Ledger in the trenches, sharks circling my feet. But I'm swimming with the whales, not the bait in the sea.
Oh no. Got my squad, got my studs, got my huddle gangsters in the zone.
If you fumble Bitcoin now, you'll be crying when we go.
One BTC, then it's generational wealth. So I pass it to my kids, ain't no selling for my health.
Biddy up, stack it up, never let it go. Sharks in the water, but the gang in control. Keys tight, vision bright, now we riding to the moon. Bitcoin lore written, y'all gon' learn soon. Maxi Mind State, got that orange pill glow. If you ain't stacking sats, what you doing with your soul, bro? Clickbait, just shark bait.
Yeah, I see them lurking, they be watching from the deep. Trying to get my shine, but I never miss a beat.
Bitcoin,
Ooh, oh, oh.
shark bait.
Shout out Chandy 10 on that Jammy Jam. Pretty epic video. Total next level. Now let's do a throwback because we haven't played Bitcoin Strawberry Moon music video. It feels like forever. So let's play a classic. This was the very first collaboration we wrote together, obviously produced by Chandy. Enjoy it.
Strawberry just on me. under the moon by fire. Strawberry full moon, take me, light it up, fire it up, a fire under a full moon. It's a strawberry fill me up, fill my cup, kind of Bitcoin powered moon. Fill me up and raise it up, pretty please. Strawberry fly to the moon. Come, I need you to come with me. Whoa, full moon, baby up. Star Aquarius, I'm just so curious, just a little curious. Libra, wanna pump Bitcoin under the full moon with me, with me. Imagine dragons, 2024, year of the dragon. Thunder, before the lightning. I'm thirsty, are you feeling thunder? Are you feeling hunger? I'm craving being under the thunder. Let's pump the bitty. Oh, doing. Danger V, do you have anything to say? Rap with me, baby.
This is the chance for all my Bitcoin champs to do the moonlight Bitcoin dance. I hit them up like cock with the Bitcoin rants. My balls is hot, sitting in my big boy pants. I trust the biddy like Biggie when he trusted Diddy. I trust the biddy like Eminem, how he trusted 50. The Citadel isn't just a city. This is Bitcoin Camelot, just as pretty. Cinderella, Chandela, Cinderella, take a babe.
The moon comes up when the sun goes down. I wanna go down and get down while the lunar pool gets my up, biddies up. Full moon up, I feel my energy going up. I feel the Bitcoin soaring up. I wanna fill my cup, I don't wanna overflow. I just want security, you know. And my house in Wonderland, a wolf or Peter Pan, you'll never know. On a fool, I'm every feeling, all of me that I am. I'm fucking Peter Pan, Alice and I'm in Wonderland. I'm in a Bitcoin land, full strawberry fire. Strawberry to fairy, baby love and honeyland. Under the full moon, I'm gonna manifest the pump with my man JV. Come and please me.
Moving the bits, come on, let's dance. Shake it down to bring it up. Move with the hips, give me sexy dips. Hitting bong rips as soon as it dips. BTFD to the lunar eclipse. Stacking BTC till I'm losing my grip. Stacking BTC while I'm feeding the nip. Stacking BTC because fiat is shit. Stacking BTC is what you need to get rich. Stacking BTC, you Peter Schiff is a bitch. Cinderella hit, spin it. Sexy little Bitcoin mama, take it.
It's hard thinking out of the box. Eyes draining, going through fiat detox. I'm thirsty, that's true, but I'm worthy, and so are you. Doing. I want a freaking strawberry kind of gut, doing full moon pump. Kind of moon that makes belly full. A strawberry full moon, now with an actual baby. Talking to you, baby. Just satisfactory, satisfy my dreams. The night flying high. Strawberry wine, la strawberry fire on the moon with my Bitcoin lust, the strawberry full moon, kinda night JV. It's back to you, take it, baby. JV, can you hit it? Pretty please, excite me.
Sure thing, Cinderella, I got you under the full moon. I'm feeling like Voltron, I'm so on. Transformed to a great ape like Gohan. I'm so bummed, yet I remain so calm. A Bitcoin Super Saiyan, so strong. This is Gohan versus Vegeta. Bitcoin is so long, like chasing the cheetah, chasing the zebra, like Derek Jeter, chasing the sea, racing the feature, the apex predator, the matrix defeater. Bitcoin embracing the reality. The moonlight is lit, it's time to free up mind from the slave mind. This time is here, Cinderella, take us out.
Thought you never asked, ooh la, I got you, JV. The full moon is coming, don't let it undo you. Unless you want it to, I know I want it to. Baby up, strawberry moon up, respect it, freedom. I demand it, baby up. Trump, ooh, I need you, JV doesn't believe in the moon. I thrive on it, guided by it, I'm 1/16th Cherokee. I don't want a Lamborghini, I'm a moon girl. Not a fancy girl, I'm a lunar girl. I'm a big flying high, ready to soar. Jeep girl, we have to agree on everything. Loyal to humanity and our destinies. Bitcoin destinies, always manifesting. Strawberry moon, wow, gotta get ready now. So Roger, full moon, Biddy up out. Roger out, up the moon up, we don't have to agree on everything. Loyal to humanity and our destinies. Bitcoin destiny, always manifesting. Strawberry moon, wow, gotta get ready now. So Roger, full moon, Biddy up out.
Roger out. Welcome, everyone. We just watched some music videos. The first one we played, the Biddy Shark track, is brand new. That's Chandy's most recent video. It's fire. Let me know what you guys think, and you could obviously find it on her channel and on her X account. Make sure you guys are following her. And then we just did a throwback, the very first song we ever created together. That was pretty cool to re-watch that. Obviously, her music videos have gotten pretty amazing with the latest technology she's been using. It's like she's making her own mini movies versus just the still images. Welcome, everybody. We do have close to 2,000 people on the stream. That's a blackjack, baby. Speaking of blackjack.
I've got a pretty bitty feeling. 110K to 111K, get that dealer to dealing.
It's time for the blackjack jam. Let's play. I hold a bitty hand, bro, stacking sats, no turning back. Chips on the table,
Sats in the stack.
sats in the stack.
Bitcoin stacking is a high stakes game. We have $1 million claim.
And FYI, this is a Q&A segment, so feel free to drop comments, questions. Happy to address anything. Good to have the fam here with us. Bitcoin's doing its thing. We're in a big correction right now, but 83 is holding. Let me tell you what the bottom was. Pull up the chart on my app here. Today, the bottom was actually 82. Shit. 82,133 via Coinbase. So the high of today is 89. I know. When I woke up this morning, I'm like, wow, Bitcoin's in the green. We're up like 3%. And yeah, we were 89,000. And then shit, we started collapsing. And here we are at 83, down 5.2% on the day. Crazy. Let's get a different perspective. For the week, again, the bottom of today is 82. The high for the week is 99.5. So we got very close to recapturing 100,000. In fact, I think we even did a pump watch one of the days in the week. But unfortunately, it did not hold, and it has fallen apart there. And then for the past 30 days, the high is 106, 106.5. And the low is 82, again, what we just hit today. So today is the bottom. Will it continue to drop? And it's kind of crazy, but yeah, past few weeks have been very bearish. And for the last 90 days, the high, obviously, we achieved January 20th, 109, 109.3. Oh, that's Gemini. Let me make sure I'm on Coinbase. We usually use Coinbase. My apologies. So on Coinbase, the past 90 days, 109.3 is the all-time high, current price discovery, and the low, again, today, 82. And so that range is like 80, 90, 100, shit. It's like, I don't know, 27,000 discount from the top right now. So great buying opportunity. But let's not forget, 6 months ago, the low was 52,000. So we're still significantly higher, 30 grand higher than the bottom from 6 months ago. So for what it's worth. Let's not forget, we're all kinds of everything going pro crypto. You've got to hold through the storm to get where the riches are at. Exactly. Well said, VZ. We never got to enjoy 80,000 on the way up. I guess I have to enjoy it now before it's gone forever. Just more ADG Chandy Jam. Actually, that's, in my opinion, one of her best songs ever made. And I mean, now we get to play it. I love it. ADG status, that is.
G's gave us sexy little shivers.
Breaking news just in, the first ever Senate Banking Subcommittee hearing on Bitcoin and crypto legislation is live right now with Cynthia Lummis. I guess it just got over, but it was a broadcast 2 hours ago on Bitcoin Magazine's account. Looks like there was 137,000 people that watched it. I obviously didn't get to see it. I've been streaming the past couple of hours, but that's cool. I wonder how that went.
We are the makers and takers, but we orange pill, which makes us the givers. Paying it forward, 80 G's, not too late. Don't ignore us, 80 G's, take the life-saving bait.
VZ says, I'm stacking the XRP and Bitcoin, and I'm going to buy this pre-sale. Bang, bang, like a B-52. Nippinator indicator, licking the junk. Let's go, broskies.
80 G's filling our cup. We're dragons that slay, BTC up. And here we are
At 80K.
We slid our way to 80K.
I'm down 20 grand out of my profits. I'm not even batting an eye. Exactly. Because you're not really down. I guess you are theoretically down, but there's no loss because there's nothing realized. So if your portfolio, like, how much do you think Michael Saylor's portfolio is down this month? How many billions of dollars? But it's not a realized loss, so it's all irrelevant. It's going up forever, Laura. You think he's losing any sleep? I think not.
Dying on the rise and the dying in the bitty pretty Bitcoin.
So anytime you think you have it bad with our little portfolios, I'm speaking across all of us collectively, just imagine like a Max Kaiser or like a Michael Saylor checking their portfolio. He's like, oh shit, they're down billions. So it's like, oh, it's not so bad.
November 2024, the highest Bitcoin price action ever rolled since the inception of the Genesis block. Pushing the way to 80K, no roadblocks.
I'm not going to sell shit. I will wait. Amen, JB. Not a loss unless you sell. Exactly. And it fucks with a lot of people's minds. Like in their head, they're like, oh my God, I'm down. It's like, you're not really. Theoretically, maybe, but not the reality. You can't sell. You can't lose what you don't sell. One Bitcoin is still one Bitcoin. Even if it goes down to $1,000, you still have the whole Bitcoin, regardless of the amount. 0.1 Bitcoin, 0.002 Bitcoin, but that will always be equivalent to that if you hold it, which we encourage you to do. And the fiat will always do that. But over the long-term trajectory, we know one thing for certain. Bitcoin increases your purchasing power, while fiat is mathematically guaranteed to decrease your purchasing power, so we save in Bitcoin.
Hodlers are not surprised, not shocked, but bang, bang, bang like the B-52. We built.
About to take a nap? That's how worked up I am not. Hey now.
A bitty stacked revolutionary love shack. Bang, bang on the door, baby, Bitcoin's here, we're bitty stacked. Welcome to the 80s and the 80 G's, baby business. Don't be a punk while we be.
Yeah, I find it funny when, like, even if it's, I won't call anyone out, but it could be like a family member. Yeah, I have some family members who are Bitcoiners and crypto folks, clearly. And they'll be like, oh my God, my portfolio's down like XYZ. And it's like laughing. It's like, do you have any idea how far down my portfolio is if we're going to play that game? But I'm like laughing and it's just funny. It's funny. But I can only imagine. Like I said, the whales, good Lord. Yeah. I just think it's funny. But it's usually no big whale or hodler would ever say that. But like someone new to the market, it's like, oh my God, my portfolio's down $200. Fuck. I really fucked up this time, didn't I, JV? It's like, come on now, man. Serious. $200, bro? Serious.
CC Rock in the 80s.
Nipsey's going to town right now. This might be the bottom. He's licking his bottom like there's no fucking tomorrow. He's cleaning it out. I don't know what this is called, but He's getting in it. He's getting in it, and now he wants to lick my hand. Sorry, Nip. I'm not petting you right now. I'm not giving you a pet. I'll give you a pet. I'm not accepting the lick. Give you a pet. No licking. You still got more cleaning to do. Is it spring? Is it spring cleaning? Nip. I don't know.
Geez, that is. We're a mix of aces and perfect tens. We're blackjacks, we don't bend. We hodl winning hands to the end. Like Wyatt Earp, Eastwood, and Doc Holliday. We're outlaws holding our biddies close to our chests. By BTC, just try it, make our day. We're Bitcoin jocks from the wild, wild west. Know when to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding. Bitcoins are ripping like a new Scottie Pippen. 80 G's, we're royalty, bitty kings and queens. Our kingdom has come, we've been manifesting. We're raising up the bitty like Gohan. We live in a hodl house, we play chess and we're not the pawn. We're raising the roof now. Big bad wolf who? Oh no, he's gone, cause he was the pawn. Sorry, I'm behind. We're built tougher than bricks, ready and coming at 'em. We're strategic and steady, no rush, 5th level ready. 80 G's on our way to 1 mil. The name of the game is hodl, take an orange pill. Like a squirrel, we hodl, we store. Peanut, you got a twisted deal. We're gonna hodl more in memory of you. Nipsey will too. 80 G's is exciting now, but a future memory. It's a USA saving, T-pump moment in Bitcoin history. Bitcoin is going up forever, that's no mystery. This roller coaster ride is not for the weak, but it is exhilarating, built for prosperity, not misery. Bitcoin price discovery is in play.
Higher numbers are on the way. But don't be gay. No Diddy.
Higher numbers are on the way.
Dude, he's right back to the indicator. He doesn't miss a beat.
Just do your best, it is not too late. You will be blessed, have a little faith. Leave the rest to Satoshi and God. Think of Moses and the rod. Think of Satoshi and Free and Ross. Bitcoin doesn't have to be a future loss.
That's right. Bitcoin doesn't have to be a future lost. Indicators have been nonstop. He's going to town. People are going to wait to try the exact bottom. This is the perfect day to dollar cost average on a Wednesday. It's beautiful how animals live in the moment. No past regrets and no future worry. Exactly. Exactly, Melda. Subscribe to No One Bitcoin Music. Chandy, hands down. Chandy 10 Music, link in the chat. Make sure you guys follow her on X as well. Don't be letting P. Diddy put his hand on your shoulder and steal your crypto. Never. Of course not. Higher numbers are definitely on the way.
Bitcoin doesn't have to be a future loss.
Someone posted a picture of George Washington saying, "Buy Bitcoin, you fucking pussy." I love it. Exactly what he said. I can vouch for him from a past life.
You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. Hodl, hodl, hodl. Study up, pray and think. Don't miss your lifeboat. Take an orange pill. This isn't Play-Doh. Use your God.
Yeah, George Washington is the man, clearly.
Given free will, biddy up, make dough. Price discovery is more than a name. It's a rare phenomenon. Bitcoin is a patient man's game. Fiat dream on your yesterday's way. Bring me a bitty glow. But bang, bang, bang. Like a B-52, we built a bitty stats. Revolutionary lush shack. Bang, bang on the door, baby. Bitcoin's here, we're bitty stacked. Welcome to the 80s and the 80 G's. Bitty business, don't be a punk while we BTC rock in the 80s. 80 G's, that is.
Well, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to be back tomorrow, same time, same bit channel. We'll do a 3 p.m. Eastern stream, which is 4 p.m. my time. And just note, Friday, the schedule switches back, and Friday will be an early stream on TGIF. I'm praying we finally get a weekend pump. We haven't had a weekend pump in forever. Past month, every single weekend has been pretty bad. So let's see if things change or if we continue dropping lower. But again, either way, we win. We're the Bitcoiners. Shout out to the Bitcoin team holding it down. But I appreciate y'all. Make it a great day, and I will see you guys soon. Deuces. And Nippinator still relentless with that indicator today. That might be that BTFD opportunity we've been waiting for. I can pull the bitty girls everywhere. What does it require? You just need a Bukele hat. Keep hope alive.
President Bukele, props to you. You got game 100K. Crypto new every day. CNA, yeah, we don't play. It's the Bitcoin slang. It's the Bitcoin way. 2024 dragons. We don't slay dragons. We are dragons that slay. Bitcoin 100K. Another 100K. Another 100K. That's 300K. Underway, underlay. Motherfucking on the way. But did